I don't go asking for relationship advice from my buddies. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying, when it comes to relationships, it doesn't seem like the guys around me have the best track record. But check this. Doc Love has interviewed over 10,000 women. And in the end, you that whole book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From, that's great. If you think you can pack in the difference between men and women and their perspective in 147 pages, good luck with you. Doc Love has sat down with over 10,000 women. He spent over 10,000 hours breaking it down, letting them unpack their bags or baggage, and discuss. And the system is what he has compiled. It's a way of looking at relationships and understanding the reciprocal affinity between men and women. It's important that we keep women's interest in us elevated, because it turns out that a woman's interest level can drop so far down you can't recover it. With men, it ebbs and flows. What he has compiled basically is something called the system. It is a way of approaching relationships. There are three basic tenets of that relation posture that men need to have, and there are dictums that we must follow. So every Wednesday we get together and we call Doc Love. He's like our in-house counsel for relationships, and he's way better than any of your friends. Doc Love, good day to you, my brother.
Good morning. Hey, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Now, tell me again the three things that a guy he must be confident, he must be a challenge, and
he
what?
Has to practice self-control.
Self-control.
Before he opens his mouth, he's got to ask himself, is this going to up or lower interest level?
Right, and we have to keep that lady's interest level high, because once it dips too low, we lose them forever.
Yeah, once it goes 51-49, you're out.
Okay.
But what the guy has to do, when it goes from 95 to, let's say, 85, she backs off a little bit. She doesn't laugh at his jokes as much. She's not touching him as much. He rationalizes. What he should do is back off and let her interest level go back up to 95. But what he does is he rationalizes.
Now, speaking of rationalizing things, this week's lesson's about accepting or not accepting broken dates. Now, what's a broken date?
A broken date is about an hour or two before. Always between an hour and 3 hours before the date. She calls you up and she gives you this excuse about why she can't make it that night. Now, the real reason she's breaking the date is because she doesn't want to keep the date.
Cold feet?
No. When she gave you her number, she wasn't interested in you. She couldn't say no to your face. A lot of women don't have that ability.
So what does a broken date mean then?
It means you're not going out with her that night because she has low interest level.
And so do we have a hope of salvaging this?
No. One shot per girl per lifetime. That's it.
It's not a question of averages. It's just a question of numbers.
Hey, here's the question men never ask themselves. How many dates have I broken? 0. You've never broken any. Why has she broken 400?
And so that's just part of the process, isn't it?
That's part of the process.
It's part of the rejection.
See, I was a salesman all my life. If I call on 100 accounts, I might sell 3, 4, 5, or maybe 7 out of 100. But I don't look at the 95 and say, oh, all women hate me. It's a numbers game. You got to get to the right one. And the best thing that women are good at is camouflaging their true intentions and their true agenda. You got to figure out over time why she's really with you. Is it because she's lonely, because you got a lot of money, or because you have confidence, self-control, and you're a challenge? But here's the saddest part about the broken date. The guy goes along with it. He believes her. Her parakeet had a heart attack. She has to go to the vet right away.
So what you're saying is they shouldn't accept it.
No. Let me back up a little bit. You call her up, you ask her out for the third date. She says, fine. I'll pick you up at 7 o'clock for a third date. You call her on Monday for Thursday. She says, fine. Thursday, about 4 in the afternoon, you get the call about the 7 o'clock date. She can't make it.
Something better came up.
It doesn't matter.
Right?
If the light bulb went off at her house, she's got to break the date. She's got to get out of the date because she doesn't want you coming over and see in her face, or she doesn't want a confrontation. So you're out. It's a broken. You never got to the date. You made a date. She gave you a word. She said she would be there, and now you know she's not honest, loyal, or trustworthy. So why would you want to be with her?
So we cut bait on this one.
Yeah, you didn't cut bait. You didn't have anything on the hook to begin with.
All right.
But that's why you hustled 3 to 5 at a time.
Because
some guys say, well, I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to go out one girl at a time and just see how it goes. No, stack them up like they do.
See, but that isn't really